Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is a timeless tarot reading. This reading is going to be you and your romantic soulmate, okay? You and your romantic soulmate, and this is a reading for those who have the sun, the moon, the rising sign, or the Venus in the sign of Aries, okay? If you have the sun in Aries, if you have the moon in Aries, if you have the rising sign in Aries or Venus in Aries, then this reading is for you. And again, it's going to be you and your romantic soulmate, what you need to know, okay, about what you need to know. And whenever you see this reading, it's exactly when you were meant to see this reading, okay? Also, please be patient. I'm going to do this one by one, so this is the first one. All readings will eventually be up in my YouTube channel. For you, Aries, I'm going to use the Tarot Illuminati, and this is going to be a 10-card reading in which I'm going to use the Celtic Cross spread. And another thing that I must mention is I'm not going to give you timing, okay? I don't know when, okay? This will come to fruition or will not come to fruition. It depends relating to you. Some readings in tarot you can give timing, others you cannot. In this one, I have not done the reading yet, but I cannot give you a timing, okay? Also, if you like a similar reading to you, okay, I can do it. Again, a 10-card spread. And this it will be the same type of question, you and your romantic soulmate, what you need to know, not when you're going to meet him. I cannot give you timing, okay? I cannot give you timing. It's what you need to know. And I can do this the cost will be $25 US. If you'd like one, you can reach me at my PayPal account, which is dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Okay, what else? Also, I'm going to ask you to pick one card from the 3 cards that I'm going to show you, and at the end of the reading, I'm going to tell you the meaning of these cards, okay? So you can pick now. You can pick, the first one is Feather. The second card is Man, and the third card is Ship. Okay, pick 1, 2, or 3. Pick Feather, pick Man, or pick Ship. Okay, so at the end of the reading, I'm going to tell you the meaning of your choice. Okay, so let's see. You, Aries, this is Sun, Moon, Rising, and it's about you. Okay, it's not about the other person. It's about you, because right now you might not know who that other person is. You and your romantic soulmate, what you need to know. You and your romantic soulmate, what you need to know. And this is Sun, Moon, Rising sign, or Venus in the sign of Aries. And you can go to astro.com, and you can find there, if you don't know it, you can find your astrological chart there for free. Okay, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, or Venus in the sign of Aries. Okay, you and your romantic soulmate, what you need to know. Okay, you and your romantic soulmate, Aries, what do you need to know? 2 and 3. Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so let's see how many major arcana cards you have. You have, okay, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. So for about 40% of the people who are watching this video, this reading might be really relevant for you. Okay? And again, I remind you stay until the end, because I'll tell you the meaning of the cards that I've shown you. So you and your romantic soulmate, you may know him or her right now or not. Okay, I don't know. And again, this is a timeless reading, and it's relevant for the time that you see this video. Let's begin. The first card that showed up as a theme, as a central theme, you have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles might represent a woman. It could be a man or a woman, because this is a very general reading. From an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo, in her or his late 30s or after the age of 40. This woman or this person is very wealthy, very rich, very fertile. Okay, there's an abundance in her life. There's prosperity in her life. This person is very pragmatical, realistic sort of person, grounded, down to earth. So you might want to have this type of life with your soulmate. This is what you want. You want a life which is not a life made of dreams. You want a grounded life. You want a pragmatical sort of person. You don't want, I would say that your desire is not necessarily, in terms of soulmate, it's not necessarily someone, for some of you again, because I'm seeing the cards, it's not necessarily someone who is more like a dream. It's what you want, reality. You want your love life to be solidly based on reality, I would say. You want to have a life with this person, with your soulmate. You want to grow with this person, or this person, your soulmate, could be someone who has the characteristics of the Queen of Pentacles. He or she can be a very fertile sort of person, someone who's grounded, someone who's down to earth, someone who's very pragmatical, someone you can trust on, someone who's faithful, someone who's very good with money, someone who has a leadership type of role, someone who might even have his or her own business, someone who might even, because I'm looking at the card, be kind of like sexy, someone who's very good with food, who knows how to cook, someone who might use the food to conquer you. This is the sort of person. So it could represent you in the sort of person whom you'd like, or the sort of relationship that you'd like with your romantic soulmate, or it could represent the other person. Okay? If this is you, for instance, you can already be someone who has everything in terms of financially, like you have your financial life sorted out. In terms of, financially, you are your own person. You don't depend on anyone. You might be very wealthy and rich, and maybe the only thing that you need is a soulmate. Okay? Or it could be that maybe you're not like that yet. I'm going to give you all possible meanings. Maybe you're not like that yet. Maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you started your freelance business, your own business, whatever business. Maybe you started your career and things are not very good in terms of money-wise. Things are not good. You're struggling or something like that. Maybe when you finally are very well-to-do in terms of your financial life, in terms of your career, in terms of your professional life. Maybe, let's say that you're around 20 years old. Maybe around your late 30s or after the age of 40 is the time when you're going to meet this person. Or not necessarily around that time, when you finally have a wealthy or at least a very well-to-do, or you have achieved some sort of prominence in your career, in your job, or a leadership role in your career, in your job. That's the time when your soulmate is going to appear in your life. Also, this can tell me that you might meet him or her within your profession, within the context of your career. So you might meet him or her. He or she might be a boss, might be a leader, might be your boss. Okay. Also, another thing that tells me is that this person, when this person shows up in your life, your romantic soulmate, part of, let's call it, agreement that he or she has with you is to help you build your wealth, your financial wealth, is help you be more pragmatical in terms of finances, in terms of money. Or it's the other way around. It could be you. Part of the agreement that you both have with each other is that you're going to help him or her be wealthy and achieve a leadership job and, you know, build his finances or her finances. There's like, you might be working in money, you know, you might be, it's going to help you build your economical foundation, or the other way around, he or she is going to help you, or you're going to help him or her in that regard, or you're going to help each other together in that regard in terms of money and finances and being grounded and being pragmatical. Okay? And then that which is yet not seen, Aries, you have the Princess of Wands. The Princess of Wands might represent, because this is a very general reading, a young man or a young girl from a fire sign like you, Aries, Sagittarius or Leo. So someone who is enthusiastic about life, someone who's passionate. Now, that which is yet not seen is that maybe you've met this person already. Maybe this romantic partner, you have met him or her already in your youth, when you were young, or in your teenage years. Okay, that's a way of reading it. Or another way of reading this card is that when you are starting something new, something that really fills you with passion, some sort of new project, some sort of new creative project, this will be the time when you will meet this romantic soulmate. Or maybe that's the other person when he or she is going to starting something new in his life or her life, a new creative project, whatever, something that really fills him or her with passion. This is the time that you both meet, or you might have already met in your youth. Or another way of reading is that you meet this person, you have a relationship with your romantic soulmate, and you have a child. Okay, in this child, it can be a daughter from a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Another thing, let's say you have Venus in Aries. Okay, let's say you have Venus in Aries and you're seeing this reading, but you might have the Sun in Pisces, for instance. Then, when your Sun progresses to the next sign, because it's an astrology thing, okay? In terms of astrology, we are born in one sign, but there's a method in astrology called the progressions, where all the planets progress. Okay, so that speaks of inner development. It speaks of our own emotional development. When, for instance, let's say your Sun is in Pisces and it progresses to the Sun, the next sign, which is Aries. When your Sun progresses into Aries, this is the time when you are going to meet the other person. Okay, this is your romantic soulmate. So that's another way of reading it. Now, the basis, the root, you have the Seven of Cups. Yes, it's the card of illusion. It's the card of, you know, being having your head up in the clouds, and you know, you might be a very grounded person, but in terms of your love life, you might be you might have your head full of illusions, and this would be like a dream coming true, you know, finding your soulmate. So this card does apply to your to the reading, because the question we are reading about you and your romantic soulmate, and soulmates can be connected with the Seven of Cups. But this also tells me that, because it's the card of illusion, that maybe in the past you already thought that you have encountered your soulmate, and that was not the case. This was not the person for you, and you thought, oh, he or she is the one for me, oh my god, this is the person for me. And you might have had a lot of disappointments in that regard, in terms of your love life. And this also speaks of your desire to be very grounded. Okay? Also, this tells me that maybe some of you are naturally not very grounded people. That maybe you don't follow through in your life. This could be in your personal life, in your romantic life, or in your professional life. Because you don't follow through in your life, like you have this choice and that choice and that choice, and you think everything is going to work out, but then you don't follow through, and then you just maybe give up way too soon, or you allow yourself to be led by erroneous dreams. One of the functions of this romantic soulmate is to stop you from behaving like this, and to help you learn to be more grounded. Or it could be the other way around. Maybe you are naturally a grounded person, and when you meet your romantic soulmate, he or she might behave in this manner. He or she might be someone who is full of illusions. He or she might be very young and very naive. And the function that you'll have with him or her is to help him or her learn how to be more grounded, how to follow through in whatever his projects are or her projects are. Now, the past influencing the present and the future. You have the Devil card. The Devil is connected with the sign of Capricorn. Now, this card has many different meanings. One of the meanings is, has to do with wealth, with very rich people, with millionaires and billionaires. Maybe, in terms of your love life, in the past, Aries, you might have had already a relationship with someone, some of you with someone who was very rich, who was very wealthy, and things didn't work out. Others is that maybe in the past you already had a relationship, or maybe more than one relationship, with a person, or maybe a type of person who was very controlling, very possessive, very controlling, very possessive. Maybe he or she could have been rich, but did not share the wealth with you. And now you want, how do I say this? You still want financial security, yes, but you don't want this type of control and this type of possessiveness. Okay, so maybe this romantic soulmate is also helping you get out of this type of relationships which are really controlling, which are really possessive, which are kind of based on fear. Now, it could be that someone in the past behaved like this with you. Or it could be the other way around, Aries. Maybe you were the one behaving like this with others in the past. Maybe in maybe the person with whom you had some sort of a love relationship behaved like this, controlling, in a possessive sort of way, but you also did the same to him or her. And this romantic soulmate is like fresh energy, and is going to teach you not to be like this, and not to allow this type of behavior, this type of controlling sort of behavior. Another way of reading this card, this might pertain to a hypothetical past life, Aries. So maybe in an hypothetical past life, you already met this romantic soulmate. You already had a relationship with this person. And it was not a very good relationship, because both of you were controlling of each other, or you were controlling of him or her, or he or she was controlling of you. This could even had been like a sort of slave type of relationship in a hypothetical past. Now, you're supposed to do it right, and you're not supposed to be controlling. You're supposed to be grounded, and you're supposed to be. It could even be that maybe in the past you let, for instance, money control you, or both of you let money be in the way of the relationship. And now, if you are meeting again, you're not supposed to behave like this again. You're supposed not to allow anything to control you both, or to control your relationship, or to control the love that you have for each other. You're supposed to leave this type of behavior behind. You know? You're supposed to be grounded and help each other in terms of money and wealth. Or either you help him or her, or he or she helps you. Let's say that you in the past stole, hypothetically, I'm just going to give you examples, all of his wealth. Okay, let's say that. You stole all of his money in the past. Okay, this is just an example, a bad example, just trying to that's the idea that I'm having right now. Now, in this lifetime, you're supposed to help him grow his own or her own wealth, because maybe that's like, it's like a repayment kind of type of thing. And at the same time, it's not you. Maybe this is kind of like a karma thing, in which you are repaying a debt also. But at the same time that you're doing this, you also are building on your own wealth. So, do you understand? Now, that which is in your mind, or that which you want, the Three of Cups, you want to celebrate. You want to have a happy relationship with this person. You don't want to worry. You don't want to be controlling, or you don't want to be controlled. Okay? You want to talk about this person to your friends. Another way of reading this card is that maybe this soulmate already belongs to your group of friends. You don't know it yet. You might not know it yet. You might not know it already. He or she might already belong to your group of friends. Okay? So you might meet him or her. He or she is already in the vicinity. Or through friends, you're going to meet this person also. Now, this person again tells me that he or she is happy-go-lucky. Yeah. It's like gullible. I'm seeing these two cards. I'm seeing the Three of Cups, and I'm seeing the Seven of Cups, and I'm seeing the Princess of Wands. It's like this person has fresh energy, is a bit gullible, maybe not very grounded, happy-go-lucky. It's the type of energy. While maybe in the past you kind of went to people, or went for people who are not like this, but who were really materialistic sort of people. And this one is not materialistic. Your romantic soulmate is not materialistic. At least so far it doesn't seem to be. Now, the near future, I cannot tell you when the near future is, okay, because this reading has no time. You have the Emperor, and this is a reading for Aries. The Emperor is connected with the sign of Aries. So whenever you're seeing this reading, this tells me that within the near future, you might have built very solid structures in your life. In your professional life. You might have built very solid structures in your professional life, for instance, or in your personal life. So it's like you're grounded, you're more grounded. It's like you're, how do you say, coming into your own. Like you're solid, I would say. It could be that. It could be like, I'm going to read this in a different way. Either it's you, and you are like building your life, having a solid base, solid foundation, and you have done this for a while, or you are not like this, and the person whom you will meet is the person who is, you might be like the young person, you might be the happy-go-lucky, you might be a bit naive, who likes to party, likes to go out with friends, is very gullible, and might have been trapped in a very materialistic and possessive sort of relationship in the past. And the person with whom you are going to be, your romantic soulmate, he is the one, or she is the one, who is building upon his wealth or her wealth and his career or her career. Okay, so it could be different. It could be one way or the other. Now the next card, I would say it represents you. It's the Six of Pentacles. So you want to have a fair relationship, a fair give and take in equal measure. This is what you want. Or by the time you're going to meet him or her, or you're going to start a relationship with him or her, this is already what you want. You want to give in equal measure, you want to take in equal measure. You don't want to be taken advantage. You want this relationship to be fair. Even in terms of money, you want this relationship to be fair. This is what you want. Because maybe in the past you got burned. You got burned. This person also can give you something when he or she starts developing a relationship with you. Your soulmate might give you something, But if he or she does that, it's because he or she wants to have a relationship with you. Or it's the other way around. It's you. You're going to give him something. You're going to give him or her gifts. And because you want to have a relationship with him or her. But there's like a feeling of fairness. You want this to be fair. Okay? You want this relationship to be fair, especially in terms of money. Especially in terms of finances. Now, the next card might represent him or her. Or how the people are going to see you, or maybe how he is going to see or she is going to see you. And you have the High Priestess. Now, he or she might be keeping a secret. He or she might like you already, or eventually, if you already meet him, if this person is already within your circle, he or she might already kind of have feelings for you, and he or she's like keeping it a secret. Or when you're gonna meet him or her, this person might keep secret how he feels or how she feels about you, or you might be keeping a secret about how you feel about him or her. So there's like secrets involved in this relationship. There's secrets involved in these relationships. At some point, this secret will be revealed, and everyone will know about this secret. Another way of reading this card is that you might keep this relationship a secret. You might keep this relationship, both of you might keep this relationship a secret. This person also might help you financially. Either you are helping him or her financially, or he or she is going to help you financially, and this is what might be kept a secret. Now, the next card is Fear, Hopes, Advice, and you have the Four of Swords. You're afraid that you're never going to meet anyone. You're afraid of dying and never meeting your romantic soulmate, never being with him or her. You feel tired, maybe you're like tired of hoping and dreaming. You're tired. If I read, also you're afraid that this person dies way too soon before he or she meets you, before you two meet. As an advice, I would say this card is telling you that the fastest way for you to meet your soulmate is not to do anything, is to rest. And maybe pray, maybe trust in God, maybe trust in the divine, and rest. Maybe you're working too much. Maybe you are working too much and you need to rest. And this is the advice concerning you and your romantic soulmate. Maybe you need to rest. And by resting, this is when you will be in the space where you can meet him or her. So Now, the outcome, you have the Judgment card. This person represents a total transformation to you, for you. This is the Archangel Gabriel, and this is the Wake Up Call card. He or she is your destiny. He or she will help you fulfill your destiny in life, I would say. Either this person, your romantic soulmate, will help you fulfill your destiny in life, and I'm speaking also in terms of finances, in terms of job, in terms of career, or you're going to help him or her fulfill his destiny or her destiny in life. Could be both of you together also. This person is going to represent a complete change in your life, a complete transformation. Another way of reading this card is that when you achieve a complete transformation in your life, this is the time when you are going to meet him or her. So I'm going to read these two cards together. So because to me, this angel is looking in the direction of the Three of Cups, of these three ladies celebrating. There might be a time when you want to celebrate something. Celebrate something huge, a huge transformation in your life. When this time happens, this is the time when you're going to meet him or her. Okay? Okay, and now I'm going to tell you the meanings of the cards. So, if you have picked 1, the feather, okay, it means that for you, for those who have picked number 1, the feather, about between 80% and 90% of what I said in this reading applies to you, is relevant to you, okay? For those who picked number 2, or the man card, the man card, about 40 to 50% of what I said in this reading applies to you. And finally, for those who picked number 3, or the ship, if you picked the ship, between 10 and 20% of what I said in this reading applies to you. Okay? Also see your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. Okay? That's it. This is the reading that I have for you. And if you'd like something similar, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.